Item number 2, players.
Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness has appointed the offices of leaders and parliaments for the welfare of society, good of all human lives upon it, and the just government of its people. we beseech you to look with your abundant favor upon us, your servants, whom you have entrusted with the performance of such important trust in this community. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we may treat and consider all matters that shall come under our attention and deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of this region and of those whose interest you have committed to us. Amen.
Order number 3, procedural motion.
Let's start now. I invite Honorable Mashaka Ngole, Chair of the Committee on Legal, Rules and Privilege.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
The microphone, yes.
Motion that this House, pursuant to the provisions of Article 55, Sub-Article 1 of the Treaty for the Establishment of the East African Community, and the Rule 10, Sub-Rule 5 of the Rules of Procedure, do resolve to hold sittings in the Parliament of Rwanda, in the Republic of Rwanda.
Do you have seconders? Yes, Honorable Kimgai, Honorable Matthias, Honorable Ndangiza, Honorable Zipora, and others. Thank you. Now, Honorable Ngole, justify your motion.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg for this House to convene for the parliamentary meeting in Rwanda, considering the fact that the requirement of Article 55, Sub-Article 1 of the treaty provide that the Assembly can convene the meetings in the countries which are forming the East African Community. I beg to submit, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, the motion we have on the floor is that this House, pursuant to the provisions of Article 55, Chapter 1 of the treaty, and the Rule 10, Chapter 5 of the Rules of Procedure, do resolve to hold sittings in the Parliament of Rwanda, in the Republic of Rwanda. Debate is open. I now put the question that this House, pursuant to the provision of Article 55, Chapter 1 of the treaty, and the Rule 10, Chapter 5 of the Rules of Procedure, do resolve to hold sittings in the Parliament of Rwanda, in the Republic of Rwanda. Those in favor say aye. Those in the contrary say nay. The ayes have it.
Order number 4, proclamation by the Speaker.
Honorable members, among us today is the Right Honorable Edward Ngirente, representing His Excellency Paul Kagame, President of the Republic of Rwanda, and member of the Summit of the East African Community Head of States. I have also invited the Right Honorable Donatilla Mukabalisa, Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies of Republic of Rwanda, the Right Honorable Francois Felix Kalinda, President of the Senate of the Republic of Rwanda, His Lordship, Honorable Justice Nestor Kayobera, the Judge President of East African Court of Justice, and Honorable Dr. Faustin Nteziryayo, Chief Justice of the Republic of Rwanda. I have, in accordance with the provision of Article 54 of the Treaty for the establishment of the East African Community, invited His Excellency, the President, to address the Assembly. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, is represented by Honorable Prime Minister of the Republic of Rwanda. I now proceed to make the following proclamation to welcome his presence in the Assembly. Whereas Article 54, Chapter 1 of the treaty provides that the Speaker of the Assembly may invite any person to attend the Assembly, notwithstanding that he or she is not a member of the Assembly, if, in his or her opinion, the business of the Assembly renders his or her presence desirable. And whereas, in the opinion of the Speaker, the attendance and presence in the Assembly of the Right Honorable Prime Minister, representing His Excellency, the President of Rwanda, is desirable in accordance with the business now before the Assembly. Now, therefore, it is with great pleasure and honor on your behalf, honorable members, to welcome the Right Honorable Prime Minister representing His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Rwanda in this Assembly. Given under my hand this 29th day of November 2023.
Order number 5, address by His Excellency, the President Paul Kagame, President of the Republic of Rwanda. Roman 1, welcomes remarks by the Speaker, East Africa Legislative Assembly. Roman 2, welcome remarks by Right Honorable Speaker, Chamber of Deputies, Parliament of Rwanda. Roman number 3, address by His Excellency, Paul Kagame, President of the Republic of Rwanda.
Honorable members, allow me to to thank the Right Honorable Donatilla Mukabalisa, Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies, Parliament of Rwanda, and indeed the entire government of the Republic of Rwanda for accepting to host Eala for the entire duration of the second meeting of the second session of the Fifth Assembly, and further for accepting to host the EAC 13th Interparliamentary Games. Right Honorable Speaker, thank you for opening the doors of Parliament for us. This very gesture of accommodating Eala in the presence of the House over the plenary period communicates a strong statement of cordiality and one of poor friendship. We commend the existence of different avenues of collaboration between our two legislators. Our roles and service to our people are complementary. Eala and Parliament of Rwanda are institutions with comparable and related mandates and functions. Eala and the Parliament of Rwanda need to continue to improve a closer working relationship for the benefit of our regional integration. We shall continue to devise avenues by which the Parliament of Rwanda and the Eala, through joint activities, could harness, mobilize, and leverage the participation of the people of this part of East Africa in the regional integration process. In addition to the existing cooperation framework between your Parliament and Eala, we have more rooms to nurture in it even further by finding more platforms for institutional partnership. Right Honorable Prime Minister, both Eala and the National Assemblies do realize the need to enhance information flow in respect of the activities of the community and in order to facilitate participation of members of both assemblies to quicken the pace of the integration process of the region. It is, therefore, necessary for the organs concerned to ensure that functional linkages are permanently established. And in order to achieve this, the following could help. Our assemblies could create functional linkages between standing committees which have similar functions so as to enable them to deal with issues that affect the community. The assemblies should facilitate these committees so as to ensure that members of the committees can meet regularly to discuss matters at hand. The assemblies should identify projects, programs that are of high priority and request at both EAC and national level. Such a program and project, especially those of regional nature, be given priority on the budgets of partner states and at the community level. The National Assemblies and Eala should develop IT cooperation with which members can channel information and discuss issues of importance to the community. Such channels of communication should cover discussions on proposed bills, topical subject, etc., and act as interactive colloquia for the members. Ministers responsible for EAC affairs should table EAC reports in national assemblies for formal debates and adoption. This would bring the activities of the Assembly to national attention and help in sensitizing the population as the activities of Eala. Last but not least, Eala will continue to maintain the practice of rotation for the sitting of the Assembly in partner states. Equally, the practice of outreach should be annual in all the partner states and cover all the regions. Members of national assemblies should be integrated in that process so as to ensure that there is full participation of both the assemblies and also to make sensitization more meaningful to the people of the region that members represent. We as Eala are truly grateful for the friendship and look forward to strengthening and solidifying the relations even further. It is with great pleasure and honor that I extend to you my unreserved support and wish you every success in your duties. Right Honorable Prime Minister and honorable members, I now take this opportunity to invite the Right Honorable Donatilla Mukabalisa, Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies, to make her remarks.
Right Honorable Edward Ngirente, Prime Minister of Rwanda, representing His Excellency Paul Kagame, the President of the Republic of Rwanda. Right Honorable François Xavier Karinda, President of the Senate. Right Honorable Joseph Nakirutimana, Speaker of the East African Legislative Assembly. Your Lordship, Dr. Faustin Heziriayo, Chief Justice of the Republic of Rwanda. Honorable Dr. Peter Matuki, Secretary General of East African Community. Honorable members of the East African Legislative Assembly, honorable members of Cabinet, honorable members of Parliament of Rwanda, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Eala and ESC staff members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Parliament of Rwanda and on my own behalf, it's a great honor and a privilege to welcome you all to the Parliament of Rwanda. We are especially honored to have in our midst the Right Honorable Edward Ngirente, Prime Minister, who will shortly address the Eala plenary sitting on behalf of His Excellency President Paul Kagame. Your presence is indeed a testament of the importance of our collective efforts toward a more integrated community. With my few remarks, I wish to express our great pleasure and appreciation at the presence of our brothers and sisters from East African Legislative Assembly with us for a few weeks, which provide us with an opportunity to reflect on our achievements as a community, engage in discussions regarding matters of regional concern, and chart a course for the continued growth and development of our community. Honorable members of East African Legislative Assembly, as you are gathered in Kigali for this session, it is important to acknowledge the context in which the Assembly have chosen to operate, as it demonstrates the understanding that your mission and responsibility extend beyond the meeting rooms and plenary halls. Last Saturday, we saw with admiration a massive participation of East African Legislative Assembly members in community works, umuganda, working hand in hand in a joyful atmosphere with residents of Masaka sector, planting trees to prevent erosion. I truly believe that there is no better way of reaching out than joining citizens within their own communities. Honorable members, we sincerely appreciate your presence and contribution. We commend you for expanding your awareness efforts and social mobilization activities to reach the hearts and minds of East African citizens, ensuring that they are not only informed, but also actively engaged in the integration process as the ultimate goal beneficiaries. You will certainly concur with me that in its capacity as the legislative arm of the community, Eala is crucial in advancing regional integration. It is essential that you approach your duty of voting laws, overseeing ESC projects and programs, and representing the interests of the citizens of our community with a strong commitment to our shared values. Right honorable members, distinguished guests, allow me also to emphasize the critical role of Eala in fostering collaboration among the partner states. Through the convergence of our respective legislators, we can build a stronger, more resilient community. In this respect, we applaud the collaboration between Eala and the Parliament of Rwanda, which stands as a testament to reinforce our solidarity and our togetherness spirit as a community towards our shared destiny. We commit to continue strengthening the good relations and collaboration with Eala and other members, states of East African community. As parliamentarians, let's reflect on every single challenge facing our respective countries and community, give them due attention, and come up with significant solutions with the ultimate goal to transform and improve our citizen livelihood. Once again, I wish you a successful session and a pleasant stay in Rwanda. Jisikie nyumbani, feel at home. I thank you for your kind attention.
Right Honorable Edouard Ngirente, Prime Minister of the Republic of Rwanda, representing the President of the Republic of Rwanda, His Excellency Paul Kagame. Right Honorable Mukabalisa Donatille, Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies, Parliament of Rwanda. Right Honorable Francis Xavier Kalinda, President of the Senate, Parliament of Rwanda. His Lordship, Honorable Dr. Francois Nteziryayo, Chief Justice for the Republic of Rwanda, Chairperson and members of the East African Council of Ministers present. Honorable Dr. Peter Matuki, Secretary General of the East African Community. Honorable Ministers and the Government of the Republic of Rwanda present. Honorable members of the East African Legislative Assembly and the Parliament of Rwanda. Permanent secretaries and the senior government senior officials, in attendance, members of the diplomatic corps, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with profound humility that I welcome you to this special sitting of the second meeting of the second session of the 5th Eala, and your presence here today exemplify the deep commitment and sense of duty you hold to the East African community and its organs and institutions. Thank you for positively responding to our invitation. Thank you, Right Honorable Prime Minister. Right Honorable Prime Minister, Eala is pleased to be back again to the beautiful city of Kigali, which we consider as our home. We commenced our meetings on 23rd of November 2023 and will run until 7th December 2023, after which we will embark on the 13th Interparliamentary Games, which are being hosted by our host, the Parliament of Rwanda, from 8th to 19th December 2023. Article 55 of the Treaty for Establishment of the East African Community provides that the meetings of the Assembly shall be held at such times and places as the Assembly may appoint, but at least once in every year in Arusha, Tanzania. Eala is therefore in Kigali, Rwanda, in line with the principle of rotational sittings of the Assembly, aimed at bringing the community closer to the people. Your Excellency, on behalf of my colleagues, I thank you for your very able leadership and all that you are doing for the development of this great nation. We appreciate your tenacious efforts to find solutions to the challenges that stand in the way of our integration and prosperity of our countries. Excellency, in October 2022, the President of Rwanda addressed the 4th Eala and urged the East African community to hasten an alternative financing mechanism for the community. We applaud the progress made so far. The 23rd Ordinary Summit considered the progress report on the sustainable financing of EAC and agreed on a 65% equal contribution and 35 assessed contributions financing formula. This decision of the summit will make the activities and programs of the community run seamlessly and undeterred. That was agreed upon at the 23rd Ordinary Summit meeting. Allow me, Your Excellency, to thank the summit for the successful admission of yet another partner state, the Republic of Somalia, in the East African Community Bloc, bringing the number of partner states in the bloc to 8. We look forward to having members from the Federal Republic of Somalia in our midst. At this plenary session, Eala is scheduled to debate 3 bills, namely the East African Creative and Cultural Industry Bills 2023, the EAC Pharmaceutical Bills 2023, the EAC Livestock Bill 2023, in addition to other key reports and motions. And Eala will also hold joint activities with our counterparts, the members of Parliament of Rwanda. These activities are aimed at cementing the cordial relationship that exists between our two legislators. Indeed, Eala has already participated in the Umuganda, which was held on Saturday, 25th November, 2023. Right Honorable Prime Minister, the 5th Assembly was inaugurated on the 20th December, 2022. So far, 4 plenary sessions have been held, during which the Assembly passed the 3 bills, adopted 6 resolutions to support the integration process. The Assembly has also, through its standing committees, undertaken oversight activity within partner states, findings of which were debated in the House. I take this opportunity to thank you, Your Excellency, the government of the good people of Rwanda, and indeed all partner states for sending a dedicated and supportive team of members to Eala. For sure, I have a committed and dedicated team of legislators in this 5th Assembly. Finally, I want to thank you for sending a dedicated and supportive team of members to Eala under the chair of Honorable Fatuma Ndangiza. It is with great pleasure and honor that I now execute my humble duty to welcome you, Right Honorable Prime Minister, to address Eala on behalf of His Excellency President Paul Kagame today, Wednesday, 29th day of November 2023. You're welcome.
Right Honorable Joseph Ntakirutimana, Speaker of the East African Legislative Assembly, Right Honorable Francois Xavier Karinda, President of the Rwandan Senate, Right Honorable Donati Mukabalisa, Speaker, Chamber of Deputies, Honorable Ministers and senior government officials, Honorable members of the Assembly, Dr. Peter Matuki, Secretary General of the East African Community, distinguished guests, a very good morning and welcome to Kigali. On behalf of His Excellency Paul Kagame, President of the Republic of Rwanda, I am pleased to address you today on this occasion of the second meeting of the second session of the 5th East African Legislative Assembly sitting in Kigali. It's our pleasure to welcome you to Rwanda. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate you, Right Honorable Speaker, and members of the Assembly on your election to the 5th East African Legislative Assembly. I wish you all a fruitful term in the service of the people of the East African community. This assembly meeting takes place at a turning point for our community when the speed and pace of integration has gained momentum. I take as examples the implementation of single custom territory under the customs union, the free movement of people under the common market, and the progress in implementing the monetary union protocol. We note with appreciation and satisfaction the substantial progress made in the implementation of community projects and the programs. We also commend the legislative achievements this assembly has made in enabling a stronger integration process. In this regard, the people of the East African community have high expectations for its governing bodies, especially in ensuring that the integration process brings positive and meaningful changes in their lives. Particularly, changes in favor of a community that is functional, accountable, and that put available resources to optimal use. These are the aspirations of the people you have the honor of serving. Therefore, timely and effective implementation of EAC projects and the program is a priority. This will boost intra-EAC trade, competitiveness, and ease of doing business across the region. Allow me to take this opportunity to acknowledge our community's achievements since the operationalization of the EAC Custom Union 18 years ago. The results are commendable and show a significant increase in intra-East African community trade from $5.8 billion in 2013 to $10.9 billion in 2022. And this is a big achievement. However, despite this progress, outstanding non-tariff barriers continue to raise the cost of doing business, which puts our region at a disadvantage. We are aware of our community's budgetary and funding constraints. Therefore, there is an urgent need to find a sustainable financing mechanism to offset these challenges. And this was also discussed in the last summit in Arusha. It is equally urgent for the Assembly as the oversight organ of the community to take the lead in ensuring that our resources are utilized efficiently. As the partner states continue to invest resources in the integration process, expectations to reap the fruits of this investment grow stronger. Therefore, it is important for all the organs and institutions of the community to put budgeted resources to proper use to achieve the intended objectives. To conclude, I would like to emphasize once again the commitment of the government of Rwanda to the EAC integration process. We remain hopeful for the fulfillment of the aspirations entrusted by our people at the creation of this community. I thank you so much.
I thank you again, Right Honorable Prime Minister, for accepting to come and address the Assembly. Allow me, Your Excellency, to invite Honorable Dr. Anne Ito to move our vote of thanks to you on behalf of Eala.
Right, Honorables, Prime Minister, representing His Excellency Paul Kagame, the President of the Republic of Rwanda. Right, Honorable Speaker, the Speaker of the East African Legislative Assembly, Right, Honorable Speaker, President of the Senate, Right, Honorable Speaker, the Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies, the Chief Justice, Honorable Ministers, my colleagues, members of Eala, honorable members of Rwanda Parliament, the SG,
government officials here attending, and Eala staff, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Right Honorable Prime Minister, on behalf of my colleagues, members of Eala, and on my own behalf, I would like to take this opportunity to extend my utmost gratitude to you for taking time off your busy schedule to address us. The first time I visited Rwanda was in 2014 to join the Rwandan people in the commemoration of the 20th anniversary of the end of genocide. I must say, my experience altered my perspective of transitions from war to peace. I was not only touched by the hospitality and hard work of the Rwandese, but the resolve to build an inclusive, united, and progressive Rwandan society. Let me take this opportunity to commend the people of Rwanda under the visionary leadership of His Excellency, President Paul Kagame. It takes somebody like him to lift Rwanda from the ashes of genocide to a society that is reconciled and onward looking. I say thank you and congratulations. Equally, I would like to thank the Rwandan Parliament for hosting us, and because this provides us opportunity to integrate with the people whom we represent. I admit the younger honorables have been able to get to every corner of the city, but you know, we seniors are also making it, and I'm integrating right now. Your Honor, Right Honorable Prime Minister, please allow me to congratulate the EAC Summit for its successful 23rd meeting, which was concluded in Arusha. We join the people of East Africa in commending the outgoing chair of Summit, His Excellency Evariste, President of the Republic of Burundi, for the achievement realized during his tenure of office. And I say, hongera sana, mutukufu rais. I also congratulate the incoming chair of the summit, His Excellency Salva Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, for assuming the chair of the East African head of summit. I say to him, oh yeah. As we look forward to more achievements during this tenure, I also welcome the admission of the Republic of Somalia to EAC, but more importantly, we welcome all the resolutions of the summit, especially their commitment to address climate change, food security, and promotion of sustainable agriculture, and to invest in the climate resilient technologies, post-harvest handling, which is very central to the welfare of our people in East Africa. On our own part, as the Parliament of Eala, we pledge to work hard to ensure through our legislative oversight and representative mandate to ensure that the summit resolutions are implemented. Right Honorable Prime Minister, I concur with you on the achievements that has been made in the last few years by the East African community. I think if we do not appreciate ourselves, we'll never be able to move forward. And thanks to the leadership of the East African community. Right Honorable Prime Minister, much as I would like to agree that a lot of achievements have been made, There are yet issues that are contributing to dampening of the progress in the East African integration process, and that we would like to raise to the summit. And on behalf of President Kagame, I hope you'll be able to take this forward. Number one to us as Parliament is the autonomy of the Parliament, the administrative and financial autonomy of Eala. This has been a real challenge, Right Honorable Prime Minister, because we do not even, Eala does not even have opportunity to hire its staff. As I speak, Eala is very severely starved of staff, and as a result, these staff are overworked, and it is at the expense of both their health and their efficiency. And I hope that this will be taken into account by the summit. Another area that we have a concern in is the delay in assent of bills by summit. For example, yesterday, the Committee on CTI received the Statistics Bureau Bill of 2018, a very important bill in the implementation of the Monetary Union Protocol, 4 years after it was passed by the House. This bill was returned back 4 years after it has been passed by the House. There are several other bills passed by the House facing similar fate. My prayer is that the summit would look into this, because if we do not have the right bills, it will be very difficult for the East African community to proceed with the process of integration. We also have issues with delay in council bringing important bills. For example, 2 years ago, we were promised that the bill on climate change was going to be brought in very quickly. 2 years later, we are still waiting for it. And there are a lot of other bills that should have been brought to the House so that we can process it. As it is today, one of the biggest challenges that East African community is meeting is issues of climatic change. And if we do not have the bills or the acts to deal with it, then we'll be left behind by others. Fourth is the non-implementation of the resolutions passed by the House and forwarded to the Council of Ministers. So I remember I was there in Eala 4. There must be over 100 resolutions passed by this House. And up to today, we don't even know, well, we haven't seen anything back regarding those resolutions. What we are urging is that efforts should be made in really processing the resolutions of the House, because they have something to do with the integration process and the lives of East Africans. Finally, Right Honorable Prime Minister, we would like to see the fast tracking of gender mainstreaming and the promotion of the rights of people with disabilities to ensure that no one is left behind in East Africa. This is the reason why we in Eala have initiated Eala Women Caucus to champion women empowerment and gender equality within East African community. And this would help to the efforts that are being made by the partner states. We also want to announce to you that on the 1st of December, we are going to launch the 5-year strategic plan for Eala Women Caucus. And we invite, and here in Kigali, not anywhere else, here in Kigali, and we are inviting everybody to come and push us forward. We will appreciate if everybody attends with us. I would like to conclude that the summit will consider the issues raised in the interest of achieving the goals of the East African integration process through strengthening the legislative, representative, and oversight mandate of Eala. And that way, as you ably told us, we'll be able to serve the East African citizens better. And that is all our wishes. I conclude by thanking the Right Honorable Prime Minister for representing our members of Summit, His Excellency Paul Kagame, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, for being here, because as we listen to you, we get guidance, and guidance is leadership, which we often miss, but not here in Rwanda. So thank you very much for addressing us, and we are sure to enjoy our stay here and integrate as I've already started. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Dr. Ann Ito. And we will have a group photo with Right Honorable Prime Minister. We had planned to have it outside the chambers, but apparently it is raining. Our Sergeant at Arms will guide us on how to proceed. And with that, I adjourn this house to 4th December, Monday at 2023 at 2:30 in the afternoon. Thank you.
Order number 8, national anthems, starting with the EAC anthem.
Because of rain, we are going to take our photo inside here.